That's my little guy, Oka. You know, he is now two and 3 weeks old. And I want to share with you a really quick story. Let me move outside so that I don't accidentally really wake this guy up. Um, for the first 2 months, my wife and I, we didn't have anyone over. It was just us, her and I, working to learn and grow with our little boy. And we learned so much about him, how to take care of him, what he liked, what he didn't like. And it was an exciting journey for us. And at about 2 months old is when his grandmother came, grandmother-in-law, I guess. And it was weird because she stepped in, and I remember being upstairs and him being downstairs with her, and then all of a sudden I hear him starting to cry. My spidey sense goes on, okay, Alex, time to take care of this dad, right? And then I heard her voice, and she was trying to comfort him. And so I started to walk downstairs, but I stopped and I said, well, let me see how she does. And he was crying, and then he began to subside. His crying slowed down. It got lower and lower, and finally he wasn't crying anymore. Later on that day, I went downstairs and I saw her holding him, and I saw him smiling. And I think it hurt a little bit, because up until that moment, it was me and his mother that he relied on. When he wasn't feeling safe or he felt uncomfortable, he relied on me and my wife to be there for him. I knew what his hand does. I knew when the little smile. I knew what it meant. And yet, so quickly, someone else was able to come in and comfort him. And it made me feel like maybe I wasn't needed as much. And then I thought of the advice one of my friends, good friends, told me. He said, you don't raise kids to remain kids. You raise them to become adults, to be self-sustaining. You raise them so they're not dependent on you as a parent all the time. And so, again, it still hurt, but I understood that, him growing and becoming more secure with the people who we love and trust around us is a good thing for him. It makes him have the ability to navigate this world better, right? And so you know how I go. I immediately take this to leadership. And you think about all of those leaders who, really great leaders, who really invest in their teams, who focus on growing their staff and growing their employees and finding out how to best work with them and engage them and keep them, just engaged and moving up in the organization, feeling included, right? You spend all this effort and energy, and then all of a sudden that employee is being offered jobs somewhere else. Other leaders are trying to bring them onto their team. And you feel as if, like, I invested so much time and energy into you. Why would you leave? Why would you put me in this situation? Why would you put this team in this situation when we've given so much to you? And I think the same thing. As a leader, our job is not to grow our staff to make them have to stay with us. My goal is always to develop my teams, develop the leaders around me as best as possible. So yes, when they're with me, they are performing astronomical, amazing. I'm trying to come up with some cool words, but can't think of right now. But the point is, you develop these great employees, these great leaders to be the best they can be. But as a result, as they become the best, as they become standout leaders, they stand out. That means other people will want them on their teams. And that will provide them with opportunities to choose whether to stay with you, which, again, I'm sure they'd love to stay there. But also, you have to realize they also want to grow. They also want to come into their own and be the leader who they believe they can be as well. So as leaders, we have to remember, and I'm encouraging you to remember, that when an employee leaves your team for a phenomenal opportunity because you've helped and the organization's helped them grow and prepare themselves for that opportunity, that's not a loss. When we're thinking about retention, we're not talking about that. We're not talking. Here's the reality. Yes, there are bad employees, there are bad teams, there are bad environments, there are bad cultures, absolutely. And when someone leaves those things, then yes, that is bad. We need to correct it. But when you've been an awesome organization, when you've been an awesome leader and you've taken the time and energy to invest in your team and you grow them and they become better and stronger and better and stronger, then at some point, an opportunity may come their way that allows them to, again, grow as a leader, grow as a person, help them reach their goals, and better support their families. So don't find ways to undermine them. Don't make them feel guilty that there's an opportunity that they want to go after. Support them, encourage them. And the hope is that you've done such a good job that they will go out and consistently sing the praises of you and your organization so that other people will want to work with you. When you're the leader that everyone else says, oh my God, they work with Alex, they work with Tom, they work with Jane, they work with Darren. And after they work with them, he feeds so much into them that they get to that next level and everyone wants to work with them. So that means that everyone then wants to work with you. Like, I know I've been going for a while. I'm gonna cut this. But I do want to say, I love everyone. I love this space that I get to spend with my beautiful wife and child and mother-in-law. And hey, just take some time for your mental health. Slow down. Don't let the world get you spun up. There's so much you can learn and grow from just by taking a step to just slow down and see what's best for you. As always, this is Alex Trimble from GPS Leadership Solutions. Definitely check us out, gpsleadershipsolutions.com. The Executive Pill Podcast, that's where I be, so theexecutivepill.com. And as always, stay strong, stay positive, definitely stay moving. See ya.